Heaven is not a spiritual place you go to once the physical body expires, but instead a star constellation where extraterrestrial beings are residing. Now, once your physical body expires, depending on how you live your life determines what plane of existence your consciousness would vibrate on. Physically, you would be able to live on through your children's DNA and RNA and be their God or ancestor, talking to them as a voice by saying don't drink or don't consume that, to help them navigate through this physical world. And this is what we refer to as eternal life, because physically and spiritually, you really never die. We inherit half of our genetic makeup or nuclear DNA as 23 pairs of chromosomes from each parent, and the mitochondria DNA from our mother that stores all the family records on the maternal side. Some of your female ancestral records are passed on to you, and 50% of the nuclear DNA is passed on from the male ancestral lineage. When you translate the word heaven used in the Old Testament back into Hebrew, it becomes Shamayim, which means up there in the skies. In the New Testament, heaven, which comes from Greek Orionos, is phonetically the same as Orion, which is the star constellation which is found in Job 9 verses 9 and Amos 5 verses 8. When you say heaven in the Quran of the Arabic, it translates to Sama or Samawati, which again means up there in the skies. So the God of the Bible, which are extraterrestrials, was from the Orion star constellation. When you say Our Father who art in heaven during the Our Father prayer, you're saying Our Father who resides in the Orion star constellation. When Jesus made the statement, in my Father's house there were many mansions, he was referring to the different planets within the Orion star constellation or his father's house. So all of the galaxies, constellations, realms, and planes of existence is what we originally view as heaven, according to the scriptures, and not a place where angels are flying around in white robes praying to a white god. So the conflict of God and the devil is all based on extraterrestrials from different star constellations that are fighting over for possession of this planet. Esoterically, these would be conditions of the mind a person can be in at any moment depending on their environment and way of thinking, which means you can be in heaven or the state of being void of emotions or at one with your inner self, or you can be in a hellish state of confusion and chaos, being against your inner self.